guys, I'm Tiffany. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about all the books I read in June. So the first book I read was The Wickeds, which is a short novella about the villains of Snow White, Cinderella, and Rapunzel. So why? This short story was pointless. And there was this horrible situation where this one person tried to take advantage of another and they were spared, but then these villains, they were gonna kill the princesses. Like, oh, they inconvenienced them, death to them, but this person who was actively committing a crime and attacking this one person, they're fine? Oh, that's absolutely ridiculous. So horrible on so many levels. Make it make sense. Anyway, point is, this short story, I don't even know why Gail Foreman decided, oh, let's make this short story. It's trash, it's bland, it didn't have much to say, and then at the very end it's like, they walk off the page. Ooh, such a great ending. The next book I read was The Daddy Chronicles, Memoirs of a Fatherless Daughter. So the author reached out to me and gave me a free copy for an honest review. And it was hard with this book because it's like, this is something that actually happened to someone. But honestly, this story just really did not work for me. I didn't like, because it's basically like, each chapter is like a page or two. I don't feel we got enough depth into her story. But I will say the subject matter gave me a new perspective for those who didn't have a father figure growing up. The next book I read was The Upside of Falling. It's been years since 17-year-old Becca Hart believed in true love. But when her former best friend teases her for not having a boyfriend, Becca impulsively pretends she's been secretly seeing someone. Brett Wells has it all. Being captain of the football team and one of the most popular guys in school, he should have no problem finding someone to date. But he's always been more focused on his future than who to bring to prom. When he overhears Becca's lie, Brett decides to step in and be her mystery guy. It's the perfect solution. He gets people off his back for not dating, and she can keep up the ruse. Acting like the perfect couple isn't easy though, especially when you barely know the other person. But with Becca still picking at the pieces for when her world was blown apart years ago, and Brett just barely holding his together now, they begin to realize they have more in common than they ever could have imagined. When the line between real and pretend begins to blur, they are forced to answer the question, is this fake romance the realest thing in either of their lives? So this was a really good book. I really enjoyed this one. I thought the story was very enjoyable. I enjoyed the characters. I all around had a good time, but I will say about 74% into the book, something horrible happened to books, and that is just a crime against humanity. How dare you? I'm not okay. I am not okay with what happened there. I just thought this book was really cute. It was also nice too because this was actually a book I read right after I finished the Daddy Chronicles, and I was just kind of disappointed with it because it didn't work for me, and I felt like, you know, the way I felt with a memoir is like, kind of tell us what's going on. It just didn't, I didn't feel like it was written well to me, my opinion. Like, I'm not trying to be mean, but like, I did not see it being written well. I really wanted to have something nice to read afterward, so the day after I'd read the Daddy Chronicles, I was like, you know what? I have the Kindle ebook and I have an audiobook available for this book. Let's just do it. So I read it in a day and it was very fun. I'm really pleased that I did that. And it was cutesy, it was sweet. Is it perfect? No, but it's a nice little, you know, like basic story that's sweet. I'm really glad I was able to enjoy a book this year. Like obviously I talked about the Spanish Love Deception in my May wrap up, but it did kind of lose me. But this book was definitely good. Of the 8 books I've read this year, it is definitely my favorite. The last book I read was A Year to the Day. It's been a year of missing Nina. Leo can't remember what happened the night of the accident. All she knows is that she left the party with her older sister Nina and Nina's boyfriend East. And now Nina is dead, killed by a drunk driver and leaving Leo with a hole inside her that's impossible to fill. East, who loved Nina almost as much as Leo did, is the person who seems to most understand how she feels, and the two form a friendship based on their shared grief. But as she struggles to remember what happened, Leo discovers that East remembers every detail of the accident, and he won't tell her anything about it. In fact, he refuses to talk about that night at all. As the days tumble one into the next, Leo's story comes together while her world falls apart. How could she move on if she never knows what really happened that night? And is happiness even possible in a world without Nina? So what is really cool about this book is it's told in reverse chronological order. So it starts a year to the day since the accident happened, and you work your way back until the end where it is the night of the accident. And that was the main selling point for me, the reverse chronological order. However, given how many things repeat, recalling an event, the event, anticipation for the event, it got quite tiresome, and it's possible the book would have been stronger in the standard format. In my opinion, the ending, the accident, was the strongest part of the story. I didn't feel for the grieving characters because I felt the author didn't properly give life to Nina. It was more, this character was important to her family, now she's dead, instead of giving insight into who Nina was. Seeing Nina alive and thrive, knowing what was going to happen, made a much bigger impact than anything the story had done prior. The story teased Leo and East. Given how much time was spent on them, it would have been better to develop their connection in a more platonic way than what we got. Leo jumped at the chance to clarify they're just friends one too many times to actually believe that. I don't think the grief was well done in this story. It was certainly present, but it didn't do enough to pull the readers or touch them the way I've seen other stories do better. The mystery of the accident also didn't have much of a pull. The story jumped to events and didn't feel cohesive enough to compel me to wonder what had happened. Seeing another review say there's a twist to the reveal of the accident is really what got me. The fact an outside opinion rather than the actual narrative got my attention tells you everything about the flaws of this book. The ending was written quite well. I certainly didn't expect what was revealed. If you like stories about grief, sisterhood, and a unique story structure, this is the book for you. And those are all the books I read in June. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe.